Hello everybody, I want you to do your analysis, and it's easier than you might think. All you have to do is copy what I've done here and make it true for your own story. Okay, that's what the directions say if you care to read them. Copy and paste this outline into your literary analysis paper. You should use this outline for your CEE, okay? So I use Bluebeard up here, an analysis of Bluebeard, a 17th century French story. So I have title of work, I have the culture, the time, and then I have what the author wants us to learn about the topic. The topic is feminine curiosity, feminine independence. What does the author want us to learn? That the society is horrified by feminine curiosity, okay? But you're not reading Bluebeard. You're reading your own story. Let's say, hypothetically, you're reading Cinderella. All right, an analysis of Cinderella, title of work. A 19th century German story, just go to Wikipedia and find out when it comes from and where it comes from, the story. Reveals a society horrified by the treatment of step siblings. Topic, treatment, or mistreating step siblings, okay? What does the author want you to learn? Well, that society is horrified by how step siblings are treated. There are a bunch of different answers that could be true for Cinderella, but I'm going with this one. Okay, literary element. One supportive literary element is rising action. I want you to identify the elements of literature. I want you to be able to talk about literature in its elemental form. What is the setting? What is the rising action? What is the climax? What is the character analysis? What is symbolism? What is metaphor? Okay, I want to see you, I want to hear you talk about literature in its elemental form. It's a big deal in English. All right, I want to see this basic literary skill. Okay, so identify the literary element and then give an example. So I just cited a piece of rising action. When Cinderella looks out the window and daydreams, that's when her fairy godmother hears her and comes, okay? And then here's my explanation. The explanation is not a summary. It's not a summary. You can put a little bit of summary. You know what happens. You have to do that a little bit, but you should be talking about why. Why does the thing that happens help us understand why a society is horrified by the treatment of step siblings. Okay, so what does that look like? This literary element shows Cinderella is unhappy and can't do anything but daydream because she daydreams, right? Keyword. Why does something happen? Because. Because she daydreams, she is visited by her fairy godmother who sets everything right. What does this have to do with the German society? How does this reveal culture? This rising action shows that German people feel trapped and in need of a guardian angel to help them through life, right? Okay. Another literary element, if you read the rubric, you need 2 to get a B, you need 3 to get an A, and only 1 literary element, like I did in Bluebeard, only gets you a C, okay? So here's a second one. The literary element of character analysis shows that Cinderella is unhappy. Cinderella looked out the window and imagined joining her stepsister in all their finery as they left for the ball. Okay, so again, I cited my literary element, I identified it, and now I describe how it reflects a cultural revelation. It reveals something about the German culture. By analyzing Cinderella's character, we see the German people feel for everyday people. Cinderella is no one special. She's stuck doing all the chores all the time. Yet, it is this nobody that gets the prince at the end of the story. Because Cinderella gets the prince at the end, it shows the German people feel for the people who have it hardest and deserve happiness for their work. All right? So please show that cause and effect. Please show why the things that happen are significant, are culturally significant. You have to do some interpretation there. You have to do some thinking. It's okay. All right, because, use those keywords, because this thing happens in the story, it reveals this about the German society. All right, these are the sentence frames I want you to realize that you have and can use. I want you to realize that this cause and effect, because the story happens this way, it reveals this about society. I want you to see that's how literature works. And that's how literary analysis works. Okay? So please, do this. Here's an example from Cinderella. Here's an example from Bluebeard. Here's some directions. You have this video to work with. An analysis is easier than you think. But it does require some building of knowledge, some accumulation of knowledge. You have to know about how to analyze something, and you have to know about your